Hey everybody, Phantom Shadow here, and welcome back to more Nier Replicant. On my own time, I've been researching the crossbreeding process on these plants for that one quest. But yeah, our goal today is the back entrance of the Lost Shrine.
Oh there! Just tell me where you want to go, and I'll do the rest. The Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle. Let us make haste.
Also, last time we freed Kaine and helped out Emil. But now he's stuck like that forever. But it's okay, because our group doesn't judge. Devil Queen. Sarah. Ulo. Seems like knocking them down and finishing them off is very effective. Lost Shrine map. Hold up.
This is all too easy.
Hanzo.
Kaine, Emil, look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun!
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil.
You got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I've got a fucking image to maintain.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick him aside.
Beast Lord. Vessel. Astera.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me. Have you felled the beast?
Sorry.
Kaine!
And we just got her back, too.
Kaine! Hurry! Strike it down!
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kaine!
What is happening?
Kaine! Kaine! It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kaine! Come back!
Oh dear.
Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine!
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me.
All right. Stop crying. And thanks. I'm all right.
Over there.
Mysterious stone fragment.
And what is this, hmm?
Beats me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's castle. Here, take a look at this.
Sacrifice, Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus, Stone Guardian, and Law of Robotics.
I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus. The Law of Robotics probably refers to the Junk Heap, and the Memory Tree might be the Forest of Myth. But as for Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Not a problem. If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Oh, splendid. By all means, let us undertake a murderous rampage.
They're just shades. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
It's a dangerous task.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The Junk Heap and the Forest of Myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful. Don't push yourself too hard. Oh, and listen. About Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
I'll try.
The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. I'll hurry them along the best I can.
I'll try.
I don't think there's anything new over here. I think we'll head for the Forest of Myth.
Popola said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
Help! Help! Oh gods, please help me!
What's wrong?
There's this huge shade near the bridge in the northern plains. The damn thing nearly killed my wife and daughter.
Bridge and power.
I'm on it. It appears and disappears like the wind. You could go days in the northern plains without seeing it. And then, all of a sudden...
Everything all right, ma'am?
No. My son has come down with a strange illness. He's been ill for a week, and no matter what I do, it just seems to get worse.
That's not good. Any idea what's causing it?
No. He went out to play with the other children like he usually does, and when he came home, he was sick.
Child's final chance.
Something must have happened to him out there. I'll see what I can figure out.
You will?
Of course.
Meddlesome as always, I see. Shall we begin by questioning the children?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I suppose all children are precious to their own parents.
Yeah.
But if the cause of the illness is a mystery, then we have little way to search for a cure.
Well, you're smart. Come up with something.
Perhaps we should speak with the local children.
Why would kids know when the adults don't?
Even the oldest adult in the world is but a child to my eyes.
I got separated from my friend.
Hey there. Mind hearing me out for a minute?
What's up?
I asked the bag-carrying ferryman over at the wharf to help me restock the old hooch supply, but I don't know. He seems kind of down lately. If something's troubling him, it'd mean a lot to me if you could help him out.
The ferryman with the bag, huh? Sure. I'll see if he needs a shoulder to lean on.
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first?
Master of the Southern Plains, Tale of the Steady, Great Tree.
Hey, there's a scholar in Seafront who asked about you. I guess he needs help with historical research? I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
I heard there's a scary curse on all the forests in the world. And the bigger the forest, the scarier the curse.
Some kids like to play in the northern forest. We're not supposed to know, but everybody does. Man, I wish I could go there.
The forest totally cursed him. That's why he's sick. Everyone told him not to play in there, but he did anyway.
It appears something happened to the child when he entered the northern woods. I believe that area is more commonly known as the Forest of Myth.
You think there's actually a forest curse?
I will withhold judgment on such things. For now, we should visit the place and see for ourselves.
All right, to the Forest of Myth then.
That's where we're heading next, so that's convenient.
How did it come to this? My life is over, I tell ya. Over!
I sense another inane and time-consuming request coming on. Best to just walk away while you still can, lad.
Easy, Vice. Hey there, what's going on?
Whoa, friend. Whoa is what's going on. So I ended up having to work on me and my honeybun's wedding anniversary, right? And since we couldn't celebrate the occasion together, things got a little, heated. I want to make it right and get back in her good books, but I'm a little in over my head. Think you could help a guy out?
The promised gift.
It'll take a hell of a present to make up for a missed wedding anniversary.
I thought the same thing, so I asked my sweet dumpling if there's anything she wants. And she told me, I want that thing you promised me back when we were newlyweds.
That thing?
Exactly! Problem is, I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Can you believe I forgot? I am just the worst. So, you have any idea what my wife might want? Come on, you gotta help me out here.
How'd they argue? Dark hair, red bag.
Well, her hair was, sort of dark, right?
Was it now? Regardless, I do not believe this to be a productive train of thought, lad.
Well, you guys carry matching red bags, right?
Red? Aha! That's it! We got married after learning we had a shared love of all things crimson, so she'll definitely want something red.
I remain skeptical this will lead us to something his wife truly desires.
We're so close, I can taste it. Let's see, red. Yeah, I got nothing here. What do you think I should give her?
How about a fancy jewel?
Yeah, I guess she might have mentioned wanting something like that a long time ago.
Flowers? Everyone loves a good flower.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've seen my wife giving two hoots about flowers, like, ever.
Well, girls like sweet things, right?
What, like apples? Yeah, she loves apples, but problem is she already eats them all the time. Ugh, this is getting us nowhere.
Can you believe she actually married this lout?
You know what? Fine. I'll just get her apples, a red jewel, and some red flowers, and call it a day. Should be easy enough for me to get the apples and flowers squared away in Seafront, but I'll probably need your help finding a red jewel. So, what do you say? Help out a pal for old time's sake?
How could I say no when you look at us with those puppy dog eyes? Sure, we'll track you down a jewel.
Oh, thank you. Once you found it, just bring it right to my home in Seafront, okay?
Strange Things store and facade.
A red jewel, is it? The Strange Things store might deal in such articles.
Let's go check it out.
Hey, buddy. You know a place called the Lost Shrine?
Yeah, I know it.
Listen, I'm what's called a botanist. That means I study plants. This is all probably way over your head, but just bear with me, all right, buddy? Anyway, this Lost Shrine place supposedly contains a very rare tree, and I'm looking for someone to go there and borrow a piece of its root. What do you think? Come on, buddy. It's just one little piece of root.
I'll do it. You have to stop calling me buddy.
Hey, did you hear the news?
What is it?
There's a giant shade in the southern plains, and they say it likes to eat postmen.
Really? I've never heard of shades eating people.
Yeah, well, people say the bodies look like they've been torn apart and chewed on. We were all too scared to deliver the mail with that thing around.
The Shades are becoming more of a threat than ever before.
All right, I'll see what I can find.
I say, each time we encounter that bickering couple anew, we are made to endure an even further torrent of meaningless and incessant chatter.
Yeah, they love to talk, all right. Remind you of anyone?
Grimoire Vice is 100 times that better. You don't see this old tome flitting about starting Donnybrooks and set twos now, do you?
Hey, so we're looking for a red jewel. Long story, please don't ask. You happen to have one?
A red jewel? I should have something like that lying around. Here we go.
This is less a jewel and more a simple rock.
I heard they're quite valuable way back in the day. No one cares about them anymore. Honestly, wasting my precious shelf space. So I'll let you have it for free.
Wait, really? Thanks. Let's head for Back Dude's house so we can give him his jewel.
I imagine it would be quickest to make for seafront by way of the canal. Huzzah to us for acquiring a red jewel. But is it truly all right to make a present of something we received at no cost?
I think it's the thought that counts here.
And whose thoughtfulness are we speaking of? Might I remind you, the giver of this present is not even here.
You got a red jewel? Oh, this is amazing! Here, come with me to Seafront so we can get ready to give it to her, okay? Welcome to Seafront. I'll hurry and get the apples and flowers together, so what say you just head on over to my place? See you soon!
What a journey this has been. Let us make for the couple's home at once.
Hey.
Oh, look who it is! Oh, I remember the two of you.
And we most certainly recall you, madam. That lover's quarrel you had back then was the stuff of myth and legend.
Oh, hey! Welcome home, honey pants.
Hey, Snookums. So, remember how I said I was going to make things up to you after that whole wedding anniversary fiasco? Well, I tried and tried, but I just couldn't remember what I promised to get you all those years ago. But I had these two gents help me out, and we put together a whole bunch of stuff we thought you might like.
Red jewel? A nail for flowers. And apples.
Huh. Well, I'm glad you put so much thought into it, but these are all wrong. Very wrong.
What?
Then we went to all that trouble for nothing.
Honey, the only thing I wanted was a nice home-cooked meal. Back when we were newlyweds, you promised to make me a big feast of all your tastiest dishes one day. Remember?
Huh. Now that you mention it, work has been so crazy lately that I haven't done much cooking at all.
I know how hard you've been working your little tushy off for my sake, Muffin. So, here's your punishment. You're making dinner tonight. And you two are going to join us.
Wait, us? You sure?
Of course I'm sure. It's the least we could do after all the trouble this big lug of mine put you through.
I'm at a dining table filled with apple-based cuisine, red roses and a single crimson stone. Illuminated by candlelight, the married couple fills the room with joyous laughter. The scene fills me with an unfamiliar sense of calm. Just a happy family gathered around the table. It feels so very normal. I never thought I'd feel this way again. So I stuff my face with the great feast before me, hoping it helps to hide the tears welling in my eyes.
So, what did you think of my Love Muffin's cooking?
It was all delicious, ma'am. I can't thank you enough.
And though it boggles my mind to say it, I greatly enjoyed the company and conversation.
Sorry again for all the trouble, but I hope this lets you know how grateful I am.
3,000.
I know he can be a handful, but I hope you'll continue being friends with my husband. Oh, and we'd just love to have dinner with you again sometime.
Would we ever? Things get pretty boring when it's just the two of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you now?
Oh, wait, no, that's not what I meant, obviously.
We've been down this road and know where it leads, lad. Flee at once.
Right. Yeah, so, we're just gonna go. Thanks for dinner.
This would have never happened in the first place if you'd just come out and told me what you wanted.
Where did that enormous ship even come from?
That was more introspective than I thought.
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first? Apparently the manor's butler has a unique shade he wants your advice on. Yeah, don't look at me. I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
Everything seems normal here.
We appear to have hit a dead end. Say, what is that on the ground?
Just some funny-looking berries.
Ah, poisonous ones, I'd wager.
Well, I'm sure not gonna eat them and find out.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Weird.
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Vice is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
The dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be...
Sorry. Black. Pure darkness, painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree. In the voice of the wind through the leaves, this is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed. Long ago, the tree remembered everything about the world. This was its task, function, purpose. Shivered with something approaching joy, as it collected memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much as part of the tree as the root and bark. Memories collected like dew on thick green leaves of the tree, and once they formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves, and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words gathered together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. Child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they can't bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive it away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, his pain was so great that there's little room in his heart to think of others. The only person that brought the boy comfort was a healthy young girl with tan skin and green eyes. She's the beacon of brightness in the light of the boy's world. Her presence is a comfort to him, but he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows of this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of that day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her his feelings, that might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears, and the boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself, etched upon a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There's a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When it strikes with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. When the smoke clears, the new enemy rises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of her daughter. Perhaps this child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror and some are eaten. She began to fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears a fierce low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, she sees a beast so large it blots out the sky. She's laughing. She's been doing it for so long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, she just laughs and laughs, until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. Etched is the single word, loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory's been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw this, and carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, now memories seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have a distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretches its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life once flourished. The tree has lost its purpose. There's nothing left to be done but sift through the remaining memories littering the ground. This is why the tree was pleased when a young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Chris entered was almost empty. All he could see was a few crystals haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Chris saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth. Its villagers are prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That's all that remains. He stared at the jewel bewildered. A voice suddenly called out. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look there. A shadowy presence appeared beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. The shade appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories? The tree extended a branch towards Chris. Without a second thought, he brought his blade down on the shade. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree, this is the conviction memory I've lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. This is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound came out. A millennium of silence and solitude caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with a good cheer. Focusing on all of its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore. It spat out a green crystal. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What color is the lost envy? Green? The shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? Chris brushed Weiss's comment aside as his sword sliced through the right arm. The shade extended a remaining arm to Chris. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against him, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up to its arm. It was emotion, more than the entity felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone. 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone. Its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New powerful emotions began to take hold. This was more than the simple emotions it was designed to feel, the beginning of the soul. The young man was the key. The promise he made long ago, that's how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new unpleasant sensation, but the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior, fought by the red-eyed beast? 63, I think. Okay, roll time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key, the book cried. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to create an infinite blackness, buried its way into the wall. Weiss, this world is falling apart. How can a world of letters? I implore. Most important thing. World. Yona, or Yona. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Chris was drawn back to the real world. The tree was satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill them without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
Memory tree fragment. Alright. I think that's a good place to save, and we'll continue this next time. What's next? Junk heap?
Hopola said we might be able to find a key fragment in the junk heap.
Perhaps we can find a clue at Two Brothers' weaponry.
So yeah, thanks for watching and see you all next time. Bye.